Hello. So I just wanted to say that really. Hello. Goodbye. No, don't worry. I'm going to hang around a little longer, bear with. So, yes, just wanted to follow up on a couple of things I mentioned on my Instagram TV recent post, which was 20 plus minutes of me rambling at you. But to be honest, I thoroughly enjoyed myself. So I hope someone got something out of it as well. I'm just aware that this view, you can just see my dog's bottom. Just there. That's delightful, isn't it? Hopefully there'll be a little scratch or something later to perk you all up. Rude that she's not facing me and watching avidly, because obviously this is fascinating. I'll just cover her up. Yes, just following up from... Yes, I was rambling at you, but I thoroughly enjoyed myself. So I hope somebody got something from it. What I was talking about, amongst other things, was that this is a time where we're forced into a bit of stillness and kind of facing a lot of fears and dreams and worries and thoughts, because we're normally distracted by our productivity, our busyness, our socialising, etc. A bit of potential hamster wheelness. Yes, that is a word. And I would say just sort of don't be scared by having to reflect, because it's always useful. And I was saying that I think a great thing to think about is our purpose, because we all are, well, we're all loved and we're all unique, and therefore we hopefully should all have the confidence to be able to say what we really want to do with our lives. And hopefully, if we're given the opportunity, follow it, follow our hearts. So yeah, I think it's an amazing time to think, was there anything pre-lockdown that I wasn't happy with? And sometimes you can be surprised that there are. Or activities that you're doing, you just think, actually, that was just really tiring. That didn't fill me, it didn't give me energy, it just drained me. And things that really drain us, that we don't need to do, just let go. We need you to be the best version of you. We need you to be fully resourced, because you have a unique purpose. But also, I wanted to say that in saying you have a purpose and you have a purpose for work, and it's important to kind of find what you really want to do. I didn't want anyone to think, oh, but I don't want to suddenly think about having a certain career, and do I have to be an innovator or a massive pop star or political leader, or I don't know, in lockdown am I meant to suddenly learn Beethoven's Fifth when I've never played the piano? What? Help! No, calm down. Just getting through the day at these times is a courageous and brilliant enough act. And that is our most important act each day, to get through the day. So, no, I just wanted to reassure you that that was not sort of I wasn't one of those people saying, you must suddenly lose 50 pounds in this time and read War and Peace backwards. Come on, we must achieve. No, just more that it's a time to reflect about what we want to go back to and how we want to go back to, and I suppose more importantly, why we do things. And so on that, I think all of our purposes, in whatever bespoke field of work and life we end up doing that in, whether we are political leaders, whether we are leaders in an office, from administrators to the bosses, whether we are leaders at home by looking after the kids and the home, whether we're creative and innovative, whether we're in business, whatever we do, surely our purpose is to love, isn't it? That's it. It's to love and to give and be part of something bigger. So we put ourselves to one side. Hopefully we enjoy what we do, and hopefully we feel like we're in our sweet spot of doing what we should be doing with our life, however difficult that can be. But ultimately we put sort of all the nonsense of career and status and success and achievement and all that to one side, because it's kind of just not relevant, as I think hopefully we might be getting a sense of during this time, and come back to the fact that why are we doing things? And I think it is to love. And I wish a lot of political leaders would put themselves to one side and just think, I'm here to love and support and care. And then everything that I do filters from that. But if you think about it, creative people, if you're a concert pianist, I follow James Rhodes on Instagram, and so I love classical piano, and he is following his heart's desire, and it's so loving for me to listen to his music. He's so loving in practicing for hours and hours and hours these tunes that then give me so much pleasure. I think of my mother, who's a gardener, and I just think she's so loving to that plot of earth she's been given on this planet, and she's loving of that earth. But it's such a loving act to be a beautiful gardener, because then people come and sit in the garden, are just surrounded by beauty and feel supported and loved. I think of people like office managers. I used to be an office manager, and hopefully I think I used to try and feel like I was loving the people who were much higher up than me, the bosses, by supporting them. And in my little way of organising the stationery cupboard, which I loved, can I just say, but let's not go into my love of post-it notes, that I was loving, that everything we're doing is loving. Cleaning, I have much respect to cleaners. There are many of us who are in a privileged position to be able to afford cleaners who are suddenly having to clean, and we are humbled and show enormous respect to how tiring and often how gross it is. But without cleaners, where would we be? And that is such a loving job. You know, oh shit, look. Somebody does need to clean herself. I'm so sorry. So rude, Peggy. So yeah, I just think if you're worried about what you're doing with your life, and if my sort of thing that I was talking about finding your purpose was like, I don't know what I want to do with my life. My heart goes out to people in sort of GCSE years when teachers and the educational system are sort of going, you must know what you're doing for A-level, you must know what you're doing potentially for university. What are you going to do with your life? It's like, you may not know till you're 30, 40, 50. Just like, I'm just going to be kind. I'm just going to love. And whether that's being a waitress for now or for forever, whether that's, oh, actually I want to be a hairdresser. I don't pick any job. We're just there to love. That's what I think. And suddenly you think, oh, the pressure's off, and you realise you're doing the most noble thing, the only thing that's important. And I think this pandemic shows that we're all really wanting to be kinder. It was happening before, and spread love and support and be part of something bigger and be part of a higher purpose, and kind of lose ourselves a bit to that. So that's my thought. Love. And my little bit that I'm doing, just to remind you, is at the mirandashop.com, my little online shop, which has silly and cosy and fun products. All my revenue from that during lockdown is going to go to 2 charities that support chronic illness. One called CIS for UK, which does things like care packages, food packages for the chronically ill who can't get out, provides people like buddies to go to hospital visits with them. And so it's amazing, so I'll be supporting them. And another charity called Astrid, which helps people with chronic illness find meaningful work. You see, it all connects. Because, yeah, when you're housebound with chronic illness, you kind of do lose a sense of purpose and the things that you love to do. So any way you can find to still be in a loving action is great. So that's what I'm doing. So go to themirandashop.com and you'll be supporting a small business, getting a lovely product, I hope, yourself, and supporting those charities. So there we go, that's me for now. I thought I was going to do this in a nutshell. We got to 9 minutes. For the 1 or 2 of you that are still with me, hi. I can't promise there won't be more of these because I'm really enjoying chatting to you. I will have a look at the viewers. I tend to sort of post and then shy away, feeling a little bit vulnerable. But I'll have a look. If numbers start dwindling, I'll get a clear, don't worry, I'll get a clear sense to just pop off and do lockdown on my own. But yeah, for the now 1 of you that's still there, hi mum, I bid you adieu, and I hope you have a lovely, 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 loving day. Bye.